Hello and welcome to Live with Lorielle New. As you can see, neither one of us is Lorielle. I am Larry and this is Sarah.
Lorielle is in the process of looking through applications for people who want to become her new stalker. As you may recall, Lorielle fired her stalker in an earlier episode.
If you would be interested in becoming Lorielle's new stalker, please get your application to her. There are only two things that will automatically disqualify someone from being her stalker.
The first being that you cannot be a geek. Remember, Lorielle is the queen of the nerds, and has no desire to deal with a geek.
The second thing to disqualify someone is if they are from the Pocono Mountains. There was someone that she was very interested in to have as her stalker and as her sidekick for this show who was from there, but when she found out that he had been with Sarah, Lorielle felt that she would be lowering her standards.
Which is sad, as that guy was the best lover that any woman could have. Oh well. Oh, the things that he would do to me. Let's just say that I am really pissed that he is no longer around. Not only am I mad that he left me, but that Raquel Welch didn't want me also.
But I thought that you were happy with that guy from Texas.
With the amount of Viagra that he needs, I am now 90% owner of the company that makes it. If he doesn't get things right soon, I am going to have to go find the geek that Lorielle has no love for. As I understand it, once you go geek, you can't walk for a week.
Lorielle gets a lot of mail, and many questions. Lorielle has given us answers to some of the questions that you have asked. None of the questions are from St. Clinton, but she does have a statement for him that Sarah will say now.
St. Clinton, you are banned. 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 Nobody wants to hear your geeky junk, so you are banned. And just to dig it in further, woohoo, 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 St. Clinton, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. You are banned. My, that felt good.
Now on to the questions. ECW Jr. asks, when did you do your first live webcam show?
I did my first webcam show on June 6, 2008 on live video. If you look in the archives you can actually watch it.
My lover asks, who was the first person that you ever docked on your show?
That would be a guy who went by the name of Guitar Man. If memory serves me right, he was from Virginia.
Larry Byron asks, who was the first person to post links to your internet stuff in your chat room?
That would be Jitch. I used to just say what it was, then one day he started posting it. Since then, others have done it, but Jitch was the first.
Savvy asks, why haven't you done any costume shows lately?
To tell you the truth, I have been so busy with other things that I haven't thought about it. Plus it take a lot of time, as I have to figure out when to do it, where to get the costume, and what costume to get. Hopefully one of these days I will get back to it.
This question is from Ghost. Why do you call my name twice during a nerd call?
It's for two reasons. The first reason is that it makes the nerd call go longer, which makes the geek suffer. And the second reason is that you are in both chat rooms, and I just go down the list of the people in the chat room. If you were only in one chat room, and not two or three if I am doing my show on a third site also, then you would only hear your name once. The only person that you have to blame for your name being called so many times is yourself, not me.
Cal L asks, how come you haven't done any interviews lately on the show?
I would really like to go back to doing them, but with the way that live video has been acting lately by just dumping all of the people in chat, and other technical problems that it has been having, I would hate to be into a very interesting conversation and suddenly have problems. I am looking for another site now to replace live video, but none of them offer the things that I want besides Stickam, and some of my viewers say that they have problems with that site. But hopefully I will get back to those soon.
Allura Star asks, who was the first person that you ever banned or kicked on your show?
I wish that it had been St. Clinton, as I would have had so much pleasure from it. But it was a guy named Pimp Joker Boy, on my very first show. I actually didn't do the banning myself, as it was Fireman Skip who was a live video moderator. This was on my very first show. Something tells me that I need to say this. St. Clinton, you are banned. 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 Woohoo. 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 St. Clinton, woohoo. Woohoo. Woohoo.
Fairies Lover asks, who are your favorite movie characters?
My favorite male movie character is Red Butler, in Gone with the Wind. He is just so much of a real man. My favorite female character is Scarlett O'Hara also, in Gone with the Wind.
The next question is from Jamie. When did you get your first request from someone in the chat room wanting to see a body part?
That happened at my very first show, and has happened at many shows since. I don't understand it, as they will never get a real woman by acting like such a child.
The next question is from Sweet Tam. Who has been on your show the longest?
That would be Boot and Sweet. I think that he came to my show in the first week. From time to time he would vanish for a little bit, but I know that nobody has been to my show more than he has. Even with the crude but funny comments that he makes in the room, I know that he is really a very nice guy, and I really enjoy his humor. If we lived in the same town, I think that we would actually hang out together. Now that I think about it, he would be the only viewer that I would hang out with.
Cosmic Truth Network asks, have you starred in any movies?
Why, I have. You can rent my film Edgar Allan Poe's The Pit and the Pendulum at Netflix or Blockbuster online, and you can buy my movie on Amazon.com. You can also do a download rental at Blockbuster online.
Fat Barbara asks, how did you start getting into positivity?
It all started when I was going through some rough things, and of all people, Boot and Sweet started sending me quotes about positivity every hour, and telling me positive things to think about. Of the fans who come to my live web show, he is my favorite. Oh, don't get me wrong, as I truly do love all of my fans, except for that bloody geek, but Boot and Sweet is super special to me.
Celebrations ask, have you ever thought about putting an autographed picture of yourself on eBay just to see how much it would sell for?
I have thought about it, but I know that the only people who would bid on it would be those who lust after me, and it would sell for way more than its actual value, and I would want to know what it is really worth. But I have looked and seen my film Edgar Allan Poe's The Pit and the Pendulum being sold on it. I'm going to have to think more about putting my picture up for auction.
Our final question for this show comes from Black Dork, who asks, how did the nerd call get started?
It was one day in the chat room after my viewers crowned me the queen of the nerds, when both Aurastar and Savvy both said that I should have a call to gather all of the nerds, something like they did in the book Lord of the Flies. I then suddenly came out with a nerd call, which the people loved. If you go through the archives, I believe that it was in the month of September 2008, you can hear the very first one. It was much different then. By the way, St. Clinton, you are banned. 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 Nobody wants to hear your geeky junk. Woohoo, 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 St. Clinton, woohoo, 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 you are banned, St. Clinton.
We have come to the end of the show. I am Larry.
And I am Sarah. We are wishing you a grand and fun day.
Lorielle should be back tomorrow. Have a great night.
I never realized how much she dislikes St. Clinton.
She has no love for him at all.